Hey guys, welcome back. Bolt Spider here, and today we have another video and we're going to be covering the new it's the Vernalisation Spirit Archetype, and the first card we have here is a Hill and Bud. It is a level 4 Earth Fairy effect with 200 attack, 2000 defense. And what it does is you can only use the first effect once per turn. You can discard this card along with one other monster or Vernalisation Spirit card from your hand. Add one Vernalisation Spirit card from your deck to your hand other than Spirit of the Hill Buds. And then you can special summon one Earth monster from your graveyard. You can only activate the effect of Earth monsters during this turn. When this card is in a monster zone, your Vernalisation Spirit monsters cannot be destroyed by effects. That's actually very good. I really love this card. It is a good extender for Earth decks and pure Earth decks overall, unless if you're running things like Emancipator, which actually helps it out a lot. Next, we have Spirit of the Forest and Awakening. It is a level 4 Earth, 1900, 1800, and you can only use the first and second effect once per turn. You can discard this card along with one other monster or Vernalisation Spirit card from your hand. Send one Earth monster that can be normal summoned from your deck to the graveyard, and then you can special summon one Earth monster from your graveyard with a different name. You can only activate the effect of Earth monsters during this turn. You can target one Vernalisation Spirit monster you control, double its attack until the end of the turn. So far from reading this, I think it's going to work super well to add Emancipator with all the tuners being able to summon out other Earth monsters, so I definitely see Earth spam coming back. Then we have the Ventilation of the Spirits, and this is Flowers and Fields. It's a level 3 Earth with 600 attack, 1600 defense. They're all fairies, so that's great. We have more Earth fairies, so there's other cards that we can utilize this deck with. You can only use one effect per turn, the first effect per turn. You can discard this card along with either one monster or a Vernalisation Spirit card from your hand. Add an Earth monster other than Vernalisation Spirit of the Flowers from your graveyard to your hand. Then you can special summon one Earth monster from your graveyard with a different name. You can activate, and all of them share, you can only activate, and when this is in the monster zone, your Vernalisation Spirit monsters cannot be targeted by effects. That is a Nightmare Goblin targeting protection. That's fine. And notice on this, you can special summon an Earth, and you get to add an Earth from your graveyard. And then finally, we have the Bear. This is the Vernalisation Spirit of Mountains and Melting Snow. You can only use the first and second effect once per turn. It has 1100 attack, 0 defense, level 3. Discard this card along with one other monster or Vernalisation Spirit card from your hand. Draw one card, then you can special summon one Earth from your graveyard with a different name. It's presumably with the card discarded. You can target one Vernalisation Spirit monster you control. That monster can perform 2 attacks during the battle phase. Next up, we have the Flound Crown, the Flower Crown of Vernalisation Spirit. And this is a continuous spell card. So Earth monsters you control are also treated as Vernalisation Spirit monsters. Once per turn, if a Vernalisation Spirit monster would discard itself and one other card to activate its effects, you could discard only that monster instead. This is a very good card, and it's not a hard once per turn. Overall, I'm liking this Earth deck a lot. Then we have Calendar Change of the Vernalisation Spirits. It's a normal trap. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn, and I love the art to this archetype. I really do. Now, target one Vernalisation Spirit in your graveyard. Either add it to your hand or special summon it. During your opponent's turn, except the turn that this card was sent to the graveyard, if you have 0 cards in your hand, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon as many Vernalisation Spirit monsters with different names from your graveyard as possible, but return them to the hand during the end phase. So this works very well with Flower Crown, as it puts monsters on the board and treats them as Vernalations, so other effects go into play, like Bear can use it. Flowers and Field makes it target prevention, and you have Hills and Bud being destroyed by effects, so you have targeted negation or protection and destruction by effect protection. And then finally, we have Vernalisation of the Floral Storm. Target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of Earth monsters you control that were special summoned from the graveyard. Return that number of Earth monsters you control to the owner's hand, then return the targeted cards to the owner's hand. You can only activate one Vernalisation of the Floral Storm per turn. Overall, this archetype is very, very nice. Now, one card that you could pair with this deck is Thorn, the Disciplined Angel. It is a level 4 fairy. If a monster that's originally an Earth Fairy is sent from your hand or field to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn, so this is an extender for the deck, and I could definitely see more Earth Fairies coming around and out. So I hope you guys did enjoy this coverage. I am very excited for this archetype. Power of the Duelist is looking super nice, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, there's also World Soul Carbon. You contribute this normal summoned set card, add one Earth Fairy monster from your deck to your hand, except World Soul Carbon. If a face-up fairy monster you control is sent to the graveyard, while this card is in your graveyard, you can place this card on top of your deck. You can only use one World Carbon effect per turn, and only once that turn. I actually have a playset of this and a playset of Thorn off to the side, just in case if something like this happened, so I think I'm set for now. Now, overall, how do I rate this archetype? I rate it at least a 7 out of 10 so far. But we'll see how this archetype comes to fruition. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. I hope you guys did enjoy, and see you guys in the next video.